If you've ever wondered why your life feels like a non-stop battle, why doors that should open slam in your face, or why people turn against you without reason, here's the truth. Most won't say out loud. Chosen ones suffer silently because your warfare is spiritual, not circumstantial. You are marked, not for ease, but for impact, and hell knows it. The enemy studies your patterns, your weaknesses, your past, and he fights you with surgical precision because he knows your anointing carries weight. That's why your attacks feel personal, relentless, and confusing. Others sin freely and prosper, but when you slip even slightly, conviction and consequence hit instantly. Because your calling comes with accountability. It's not favoritism, it's responsibility. James 3:1 warns that those who lead will be judged more strictly, and whether you have a title or not, heaven sees your influence, and so does hell. The deeper your calling, the darker your wilderness. That's why isolation hits you differently. It's not just loneliness, it's a divine classroom where God teaches in silence. You secretly struggle with thoughts you can't confess, temptations you hate, and emotions that contradict your faith, because spiritual greatness requires emotional crucifixion. You carry assignments in your spirit that your mind can't even explain yet. And sometimes, you're exhausted not because you're lazy, but because spiritual battles drain real energy. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Chosen people often wrestle with rejection, not because they're unworthy, but because God is severing them from attachments that can't go where they're going. Like Joseph, your betrayal wasn't random, it was strategic. Genesis 50:20 says, "What was meant for evil, God will use for good," and chosen ones live this reality in brutal clarity. You secretly feel misunderstood even by those closest to you, because favor isolates before it elevates. You're called to shift atmospheres, not blend into them. That's why mediocrity makes you sick, and compromise feels like poison. You weren't built for average. You're burdened by problems others don't notice, and convicted by things others celebrate. Because you're not wired for this world. You're wired for the kingdom. That's why your joy doesn't come easy. It's fought for. You've been assigned battles in the spiritual realm your peers will never see, which is why comparison is not just foolish. It's spiritually dangerous. You're not behind, you're just being built differently. You feel things deeper, question things harder, and heal slower. Not because you're broken, but because you're prophetic. God stretches those He plans to send far, and it often looks like failure before it feels like purpose. The enemy tries to wear you out, not through big attacks, but through daily compromise, subtle temptation, and relentless discouragement. Because he knows, if you ever wake up to who you are, everything around you changes. So here's your reminder. The pain you hide is not weakness, it's evidence that your life is spiritually strategic. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and the warfare that surrounds you is a complement to what's inside you. Stop thinking you're cursed just because it's hard. Chosen ones carry weight, others can't see. You're not crazy, you're just early. The very thing that makes you different is what makes you dangerous to the enemy. So stop hiding, stop shrinking, and stop settling for quiet survival when God has called you to shake nations. You're not battling just for you. You're clearing a path for generations behind you. Fight smarter, pray deeper, live bolder. And whatever you do, don't give up now.